People, if you've played Minecraft before, you've probably made some sort of variation of a chicken farm. Some are big, some are small, but one thing that I don't see too often is the use of various mobs within a chicken farm. We have copper golems, we have ALLAYS, we have foxes that attack chickens. Why do I not see more foxes in chicken farms? The chicken eats the seed. The fox eats the chicken. The human also eats the chicken. The circle of life. It's a beautiful thing, but we can use these mob mechanics to our advantage. You guys have seen the title. You guys know what the deal is. Well, here's the chicken farm at max capacity. It starts to lag a bunch when I do too many here, but if I flip the lever, you guys see the fence went down, the foxes get released, and they start to go to town. They're overwhelmed by chickens right now. I've actually never put that many chickens in here, so I'm hoping it goes well. It seems like they're targeted on a chicken right now that they can't actually reach because they're so overwhelmed, and they're released. Here we go. The chickens are quickly being murdered, and as you guys can see, the ALLAYS are getting in there to pick up all the items and sending them to the note block, which is going down the hoppers, and my copper golems below are taking the items and sending them to my chest room, while the foxes kill all the chickens here. I'll show you guys the bridge that they're taking it to. This is the bridge right now, and we got some copper golems. It took me a lot of struggling to figure out how their pathfinding works, but I did figure it out. We got it set up in a way where the copper golems never get stuck running into each other. But yeah, they put the items into this chest, which gets dispensed. It's going through this mountain here and going into, I'll show you guys here, this is my base, getting sent into these chests right here on the top, which is actually full, so I'm sure it's filling up the hoppers as well. Every now and again, you'll see a chicken egg hit an ALLAY, and it's truly a beautiful sight. Yes. Okay, when I first walked in, there was a flip of a lever, but before I flipped the lever, all of these foxes were locked in their pen. There was a fence that was up, and there were blocks that were down that prevented them from jumping out. If those two obstructing things weren't there, then obviously they would be roaming around killing all of these chickens right now. So this is what I call the chicken population stage, where they're populating up and the foxes aren't killing them. And then when you flip the lever, that allows the foxes to kill them because it gives them access to the chickens. And as we all know, the foxes love to kill chickens. But again, I'm getting ahead of myself. So before the foxes pop up here, the chickens, all of these chickens here are hatching eggs. And as you guys see, there's a dispenser here which is shooting a bunch of eggs into the sky. It was actually a design that I made previously. I've just improved upon it. There's a bunch of hoppers in the ground here, and as these chickens roam around and lay eggs, they're gonna lay them in this hopper, which goes towards the dispenser and then hatches the eggs. There's a couple spots here that don't have hoppers, but that's okay because there's ALLAYS in this area here that come over and pick it up. And I kind of tricked you guys, I kind of lied to you guys, because obviously when the foxes come out of here, they're going to kill all these chickens on the floor. So how is the chicken farm going to reset? You know, how are the eggs going to hatch and more chickens are going to come into this area? Well, there is a hidden little glass area with a bunch of chickens. Oh no, they're escaping. Close it up, close it up. So all those chickens you guys just saw, there's a hopper that are feeding all of the eggs that they're hatching directly into this dispenser. The dispenser's hatching those eggs. Once it's completely full, we can flip the lever here, which will lower the fence, and it'll also raise this block up so that the foxes can get out. Then they start attacking all of the chickens. The feathers drop, raw chickens drop. The ALLAYS are going towards the note block. They're not giving the items to me because I have a note block set up that reaches the range within this entire room. And whether it's feathers, raw chickens, eggs, whatever it is, they come over here, they throw the items in, which go directly into a hopper, which is being fed all the way down with copper golems. So we got copper golems, we got foxes, we got chickens, we got ALLAYS. That's what I love about these farms, dude. Recently I've been having a lot of fun with just messing around with the mechanics of different mobs. It's the same idea as this big farm that I was talking about from last episode with the farmers and the ALLAYS, and I could also introduce some bees which could pollinate the wheat faster. When you understand how the mobs behave, you can see how they would interact with each other really well. And so that's exactly what I've been doing with these projects recently. So an important thing to note is that once the foxes kill all of the chickens, they're just kind of chilling and they're roaming around, and I needed to get them back in the pens. And the question is, how do you get the foxes back in the pens? Foxes love items. They love to pick up items and hold on to it with their mouths. And keeping that feature in mind, you can have them directed towards certain places on a map. When I flip this lever here, the first step is I drop a sweet berry. These foxes slowly start to notice the sweet berry and they try to get to it. They think they can get get to it because of the trap door setup here, where they think it's a full block, but they can't actually get over to it. But I don't lift the fence up right away because I need to give the foxes a little bit of time to actually sniff out the sweet berry and fall back in the chamber. Anyways guys, thanks so much for watching the chicken farm design. I have more chicken farm designs on my channel if you want to check it out, and stay tuned for next episode, which is surviving 100 days in the Nether. Peace out.